Hello and welcome to Elecspo, and today our football manager journey into the future takes us to Manchester City. Since they became the richest club in the land, City have always been in the trophy conversation and can now attract the world's best players and managers to the Etihad. They've been a big club for a long time, so much so that some junior City fans probably don't even know that they used to be absolutely crap not too long ago. But let's go to the year 2026 on Football Manager 21 and see if they're still as impressive in 5 and a bit years' time. Well, first things first, Pep Guardiola is gone, and not only is he gone, he was actually sacked. Pep was handed his P45 in May 2023 after Man City finished outside the top 4 for the first time since 2010. He was replaced by a serial winner, with Carlo Ancelotti down the club just months after getting the sack at Goodison Park. After a slow first season, Ancelotti has restored glory to the Etihad by winning the title in 2025, their first since 2019. He's also won 2 obligatory League Cups as well as the Europa League in his first season, where he actually only finished lower than Pep in 6th. In the most recent season, City missed out on the title race, coming second with 90 points, 5 behind the eventual winners. They ended the campaign with a 2-0 defeat away to Wolves, so let's have a look at the starting lineup and see who else is in the squad. In goal was Ederson. Despite delving deep into the future and a new manager calling the shots at City, Ederson is still the club's number 1. Well, he's 31. But other than missing 7 games in the 21-22 season, Ederson has played every Premier League game possible and is clearly still one of the top goalkeepers in world football and has just enjoyed his best season ever. City's actual number 1 is a lad called Mike Cooper, who cost 90 grand last summer and will likely never ever play a competitive game for the club. Right back was Emerson. Okay, it looks like right back's a problem position for City and the only weak spot in what is an incredible defence. Emerson is a star in the making on FIFA, but on FM things are a bit different. He never gets a game at Barcelona, instead spending his days out on loan, and he's now at City after a £14.25 million move from Inter Milan. Despite being an attacking threat, it looks like he struggled, and he could be out the door already with PSG interested. Other than that, it's hard to say who they've got. James Justin's on the books, and it looks like he's previously struggled as well, and he's now currently out on loan at the aforementioned PSG. Maybe City need to roll back the years and spunk some cash on fullbacks. Centre back was Matthijs de Ligt. City mean business at centre back, and they've got themselves here an absolute bargain. Matthijs de Ligt, one of the top young defenders in the world, only cost Man City £40 million. Juventus let him go for buttons, and it's City who are reaping the rewards. The Dutch defender's been sensational in a City shirt in a position where so many have struggled, and his averages suggest that maybe Van Dijk isn't the top Dutch centre back in world football anymore. He was alongside Ruben Diaz. It's another big name at the back, and a current City player who's actually gone on to become the club captain. But for all his years of experience and leadership qualities, Diaz's performances don't match up to the likes of de Ligt. Diaz has been sound, but sound is as good as it gets. He's been wonderfully consistent, getting low 7s, which I suppose isn't anything to fret about, is it? Unless he's going to be banging in a goal every now and then, he's not going to get better than that. At least the erratic days of John Stones and Nicolas Otamendi are long gone. At left back was Laporte. Hi, I'm Eric Laporte, and you may remember me from such public service videos as Designated Drivers, The Life-Saving Nerds, and other Simpsons references. Man City are looking to be extra solid in the year 2026 under Carlo Ancelotti, and the wily Italian has got commanding centre-back Laporte playing out on the left. Unsurprisingly, he's been great out there, playing so well that he's finally managed to get himself in the France squad. At 32 though, City will need to start looking for an alternative to the makeshift fullback. Holding midfield was Rodrigo Bentancur. With Rodri sold to PSG and Fernandinho retired, City have got a fresh face in the front of defence, with mega money arrival Rodrigo Bentancur. The £89 million arrival's doing alright at the Etihad, but he could soon be on his way out with the bright lights of Real Madrid calling his name. If that happens, Ancelotti's got Declan Rice waiting in reserve, which might not be a good thing. He cost City a ridiculous £70 million, and I don't think I'm being harsh when I say he's been an absolute waste of money. Next up we've got Kevin De Bruyne. At 34 years old, Kevin De Bruyne is still patrolling the Man City midfield, but there appears to be a problem. It looks as though the Belgian's on the decline, as in the most recent season he only managed 1 Premier League assist. I mean, what's all that about? Has he just stopped passing in his old age? Also in the middle was Phil Foden. Veteran Kevin De Bruyne was alongside a now mature Phil Foden, who's a bona fide Premier League star by 2026. He's now a regular starter at the Etihad and brings home a cool £325,000 a week for his efforts, although he's still wearing the number 47 shirt, which kind of upsets me. Foden is consistently impressing every year for City, getting goals and assists from midfield, and set to stay for another 4 years with the contract until 2030, when he'll be 30 years old. Christ, it feels like he was only born last week. On the right wing's Raheem Sterling. The 31-year-old Raheem Sterling is still on Man City's right wing, although weirdly he's been demoted from number 7 to number 6. I wonder how long it'll be before he gets the number 1 jersey, probably before Ederson anyway. Sterling has still been sensational for City despite his increasing years, and has just put in one of his best seasons ever. Despite Pep leaving, Sterling continues to do what the Spaniard taught him, which has taken him from pacey winger with no end product to one of England's best. On the left was Vinicius Jr. On the opposite wing we've got a mega money arrival, with Vinicius Jr costing City a huge £103 million from Real Madrid in 2024. So far it looks like he's doing well, particularly in the most recent season where he got a Premier League average of 7.27 as well as 10 goals and 6 assists. But he's got big competition, with the even more expensive Brazilian also arriving from Real Madrid. Man City splashed out a club record £158 million to sign Rodrigo in the summer of 2025, and so far that's looking like a lot of money wasted. He's got 2 goals, 1 assist and spent most of his time coming off the bench, so City better pray he picks up when he fully settles, otherwise this could go down as one of the worst signings of all time. Oh, and they've also got Ousmane Dembele, the crippled Frenchman who just can't get a game. And up front is Erling Haaland. I think we all want to see Erling Haaland in the Premier League. On an FM21, that's exactly what's happened. The Norwegian forward's followed in the footsteps of his father and signed for Man City, but for a much bigger fee of £113 million. Unsurprisingly, Haaland's been a machine for City, proving that there can be life after Sergio Aguero leaves. However, City do still have Gabriel Jesus, although his career has been slightly different. This is actually his second spell at the club, having left in 2021 for Barcelona. He returned in 2025 via Lazio, and honestly I have no idea why. The bloke's only played twice. Maybe Holland needed someone to carry his bags. So there we go, that's Man City in 2026 according to Football Manager 21. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo, and until next time we will see you around.